Hello everyone, it's Jamarl Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. Guys, I screwed up in the other two videos in one point. Everything else in the video is true. This very specific point. McCain made the vote for healthcare under Trump. I read something weird, and I can tell you what I read weird that put me off. This is The Intercept. Despite what press says, Maverick McCain along a distinguished record of horribleness. Now, everything else in the video sourced, even including this, but I want to tell you how I got this wrong and why I read that wrong. In the other videos, I made the point that McCain dragged his half carcass back in order to make a vote against healthcare, taking healthcare away from 20 million people. I didn't fully remember that specific event, and I was relying on information from the standpoint of reading back in time. Some of the stuff I remember, some of the stuff I don't, some of the stuff I halfway remember. In this very specific case, this is where I got that from and what I got wrong. What sort of person takes a break from a taxpayer-funded cancer treatment and flies 2,000 miles to cast a vote that could result in 22 million people losing their health insurance and tens of thousands of them losing their lives, then makes a big speech about how messed up the whole process is? Perhaps the same sort of person who relentlessly agitated against the invasion and occupation of Iraq caused the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Iraqis and led to millions of others being displaced from their homes. Now, the biggest argument that I was making in both of those videos had to do with more the military aspect. This idea of lionizing somebody as being a positive when the person has been advocating for wars and killings and murders and deaths for the entirety of the time of his political life. That was my main point. Pursuant to that point, I was also trying to make this point that this person is also against healthcare. This person has assiduously worked to benefit the top 1%. That was the point of those two videos. That was the point I was trying to get at. Media is lionizing someone who has been a force against life itself for the entirety of time he's been going into politics, the entirety of his ignoble career. I fucked up on that vote part, though, because McCain came back and made a vote to put his thumb in Trump's eye. That is my mistake. I am owning that mistake in this video. I don't want to take down my other video because everything else in that other video is correct. So I am leaving that, but I am adding this adjunct to it. This first paragraph screwed me up, and I misunderstood it. What sort of person takes a break from a taxpayer-funded cancer treatment and flies 2,000 miles to cast a vote that could result in 22 million people losing their health insurance and tens of thousands of them with their lives? Now, it is true that he made that vote 2,000 miles. It is true that 22 million people were up for losing their health insurance. I took the impression of this, or I should say my impression of this went beyond what he actually said. Phrasing of this threw me off. That's my fault, that's my bad, and that's my fuck up. John McCain, just so we're clear, made the vote against the repeal, meaning protecting healthcare. No, he wasn't for Obamacare, just so we're clear. To some degree, he was doing it to put his thumb in Trump's eye, and you can even say he didn't want to take it from 20 million people in the way that they were going about it. So, that's that. Keeping this video short because this video is just to make up for the previous fuck up in the other video. Yeah, make a single mistake in a political podcast and you make a whole video correct the record. Yeah, because I fucked up. That's not how news media operates. I don't give a shit how news media operates. I fucked up. It's what it is. If I want any level of I believe what he's saying and I think he's trying to be earnest, you make a video to correct yourself. I fucked up. Alright, I'm going to keep it quick though. Alright guys, if you enjoy the content, please feel free, share, like, subscribe, Patreon, and all that good stuff. I just wanted to be clear on this very specific point. Everything else in the other two videos are correct. I'm linking this video to those videos just so people know. Thanks guys. Bye-bye.